What is up, my Division 2 peeps, and welcome to the Build Junkies channel. Now, I will apologize, folks. I've been wanting to get on here and make some more videos lately, but real life and work, my actual profession, keeps me pretty busy towards the end of the calendar year, so it has been a struggle to get on here and make some videos, but hopefully that stuff will change coming up in the near future, because, hey, we've got some exciting things coming down the pipe for the Division. We got the mobile game that's, I think, in the last legs of testing, if not completed on the beta testing. We have the obvious big changes in February, the redesign basically of the game that's coming with the next season, which is I believe just wrapping up the PTS beta for that as well. If you want to, there's 100 videos out there, folks, where they're talking about every individual piece or gear set or weapon and what the changes are going to be on it. I'm not going to do that kind of intricate dive into what the changes are going to be coming in February, but more of a zoomed out broad view of how I think things are going to go and what I am and not looking forward to. The first thing I would say is I did watch a video where they said that the point of this is to curb the meta a little bit, and I can see that. It's not, especially if we're increasing stats to get more use out of weapons or gear sets that we would not normally use. I can see how that would curb the meta. Now, I do not think that the meta is going to change. If it does, it's going to be very minute changes. Your standard DPS metas. If you want to call a skill build a meta, you can. I have a legendary skill build that I call meta. I understand it's not meta as far as damage over time, but it is a meta build in my opinion. Or it's going to change healer builds quite a bit. I know I watched one video as well on the mechanical animal that the changes they're making to that gun will make it more viable for builds. So there's a lot of good things coming with this, and like I said, with them trying to curve the wavelength of meta builds to standard builds, I think is applaudable. It's definitely going to piss a lot of people off, especially I think on the PvP side of things. But then again, it's gonna make it more enjoyable for others too. So 6 of one, half dozen of the other. Take the good with the bad, however you want to look at it. But it is, in my opinion, a good thing. It's something that's needed. One of the big things that I've been asking for a long time is to open up the open world chest back to heroic level gear, which they nerfed a long time ago, and they're going to be bringing that back as well. So I'm excited to see that. It makes just running around the open world and opening random chests worth it. Doing that little bit of open world grinding instead of always doing it in Countdown or Summit or some other fashion. So super excited about that stuff. What I'm not excited about is the first thing is always going to be the blowback. The moment this, they're going to go through the PTS, they're going to find what does work, what doesn't work, what little things they're going to need to tweak and change, and then they're going to launch it out to the general public on the consoles and PC. And then it's nothing but 2 weeks of blowback. Okay, this sucks. This doesn't work. Why doesn't this do it the way it's supposed to? This piece here is broken. At this point, if you're making videos about blowback, about stuff that isn't working, you're wasting your breath. There's going to be bugs. There's going to be issues. There's going to be gear sets that don't work the way they're supposed to. There's going to be changes that they make initially that they're going to go back and nerf because they realize it's just way too powerful. All of these things have happened in the past, and all of these things will probably happen again. So people getting miffed off and ticked about them doing that, you, like I said, you're just literally wasting your breath. It's going to happen. So I tend to always put the feeling out there of let's lean more towards the positive side of things versus the negative. The positive side, like I said, is the ability to make some of your older builds, some of the builds that we've showcased on this channel, some of those builds even stronger. Change weapons or a gear piece here and make it just that much better. I think that's the one really big positive thing is we're going to see another resurgence in build videos. It's not that the larger content creators, including the small ones like myself, aren't still putting out build videos, but they are few and far between, slowed down, however you want to title it. And it's not the content creator's fault at all. I mean, at the end of the day, you can only create so many videos and so many changes in so many ways on builds. So opening that back up to be able to make videos where the builds are refreshed and somewhat new, and you get a different spin on things, is a breath of fresh air in my opinion. So really, really looking forward to that aspect of it. Looking forward to the NSA vendor that they're talking about doing. For those that know me, clan members, I run a lot of Descent. I enjoy Descent immensely. I understand it's not everybody's cup of tea, but when you get really, really high into your shade level and you've got most of your builds together and locked in on your character and they're all maxed out, God rolled, and it gets kind of almost boring to a certain extent running around and doing open world stuff. Don't get me wrong, still like to do time challenges, still like to help people with their manhunts, the whole 9 yards, but having that aspect in Descent where you start off from scratch and have to build everything up from the ground up really stuck with me when it launched, and I've enjoyed playing Descent almost every day since the launch of the game mode. So I have got a lot of NSA credits. I think I'm pushing like 70,000 NSA credits at this point. And they're talking about with this new NSA vendor, you're going to be able to buy named caches or exotic caches or other things with those points that we can currently do nothing with. Once you've bought everything from the vendor outside of Descent, you can't, can't really, there's nothing to spend it on. So excited to see that coming down the line as well. Another big thing that I think is great is they're lowering the amount of materials it takes to expertise your items, your weapons, your gear sets, whatever you're working on. So looking forward to that too, because that's something that everybody's been bitching about. You know, it's just too much material cost to really raise a whole bunch of things in expertise. Now granted, folks, they're not making like drastic changes here. They're lowering it a little bit. Okay, you're still going to have to grind. You're still going to have to go out and find the materials, and you're still going to have to donate them, just not as much. But for those guys who are like, well, this is coming down the line, I'm going to have everything in my locked-in builds just maxed out on expertise, you're still going to be looking at a hell of a lot of materials to do that, sir, or ma'am. It's not going to happen overnight. You're still going to have to do some grinding, and that's just a given. So the last kind of thing that I haven't talked about, because I haven't done a video since the announcement, is the official announcement of D3. Super excited about this. I am going to do a video on this in the near future, kind of what I would like to see. It's going to mirror, I think, a lot of what the other content creators have already said. We want a true open world experience, which is what Division 1 was supposed to be. We want to go back to Division 1 at the end of the day was just a funner game. I'm not saying Division 2 isn't great. I play it every day. I love the game. But they just did Division 1 right. The game modes that they introduced, everything. I think they should take what we learned from D2, and expand into D3. Like I said, the true open world, more gear sets, more weapons, more abilities, and different ways to do builds. A larger map. There's a lot of, and I think, as much as I don't do PvP, I think a larger, uniformed PvP map would be better than having 3 small ones like we see in D2. But that's my opinion on that. I'm sure there's some that like it and some that don't. But it's going to be big changes in D3, and I'm glad to see that the devs are pushing forward with trying to keep us engaged in Division 2 until they can do Division 3. They've got a roadmap. Granted, it sucks that the new content or the new DLC that we were supposed to get has been postponed to 25 now. And honestly, I'm not upset about that. It sucks, but I'm not upset about it because I'm looking forward to the other changes that they're planning on doing ahead of time with the February update. And I think that, plus the knowing that we've got another DLC coming down the line at the end of the year, is a great way to keep people engaged. Now, once again, there's going to be haters that are going to go out there and just scream to the ends of the earth that they're not getting their DLC and this is all a sham and blah, 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 blah. Folks, it is what it is at this point. You got to live with it. So, like I said, we'll be doing some more videos on Division 3 for sure. Kind of what I'll get with the clan to see, have ideas from them as well. We've kind of done this within our Discord a couple times, like what would you like to see in the next division? Where would you like to see it based out of geographically? So we'll put some of those ideas together, do another video on that in the future coming up. But at the end of this, what I really wanted to do is to wish all of you a very happy holidays from me and my family to all of you and yours, along with the Build Junkies family as an extension. We hope all of you guys are having a great holiday season. You're getting to spend time with friends and family and making memories that you'll have for the rest of your life. But beyond that, we hope to see you guys in the next video. Feel free to stop by the comments and let us know how we're doing in the comments below the video. If you like this content or have suggestions for other content, please drop us a line on that as well. Other than that, we hope you guys are having a safe and wonderful day, and a Merry, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and we will see you guys again in the next video.